Calmer Waters 22. How are we going to get through these times? How are we going to have enough gas within ourselves to keep going? The topic is, what's the topic? How are you going to make lemons into lemon cookies? This is the most trying energy that I've ever experienced in my time here on this planet Earth, Mother Gaia. This is the most energy that I have been unsure about and confused about in my time. So how are we going to turn our lemons, the lemon energy, that sour taste that we all feel, how are we going to turn it into lemon cookies, lemon meringue pie with that zest on top of it and that creaminess that you taste when you bite into it? Do you know? Have you asked yourself? Or have you decided to give up at this time? Have you decided to lay in the bed and pull the covers over your face and hide? Now, you know I am not going to cheerlead any of you on for that, because you are still here, and that is not an option. That's not an option for you. That's not an option for me. And it's definitely not the vibe. So how are we going to do this? Oh, my light goes out. How are we going to do this as the light goes out? So that's obviously not going to work, right? Alrighty. There you have it. How are we going to keep going when the lights go out? Are you going to give up? Are you going to numb yourself out with substances or negative involvement, sex, drugs, and alcohol with various random souls? Is that what you're going to do? I hope not. I don't recommend that. I hope you're not going to crash out in that manner. That won't serve you well. So I wrote down some bullet points, and I want to ask each and every one of you, what strategies are you coming up with? Since we are in a time where things are lemon-ish. They're very sour. Let's see. How are you dealing with the blend of life, both the positive and the negative? Are you giving yourself grace? Are you taking the time to ask yourself, without distractions, how you are truly doing? And if you're not doing well, what are you doing to aid in you doing better, into serving your energy at its highest capacity? What are you doing for that? How are you handling exhaustion right now? How are you handling clearing your energy? You know, we go around and we do a multitude of things in a day. We are around a multitude of energies. How are you clearing your energy when you come back home? How are you centering yourself? How are you clearing, especially if you're an empath, how are you clearing all that energy that is attaching itself to you and that isn't even your energy? Are you finding ways to clear it? How are you working on your shadow work? Because shadow work is always needing to be tackled. Even though you are going through a lemon tasting energy right now, you still have to do the deep dive and the deep work on yourself. So how are you doing? Are you giving up on that? Are you saying it doesn't matter because of what's happening? How are you persevering at this time? Is that even a quest that you feel anymore to persevere? Are you giving up on persevering? How are you handling the truths that have been bestowed upon you from various sides of this energy within your own personal world, within your own personal circles, the truths of the matrix that are coming out, things that have been hidden from you? How are you dealing with that? Are you using positive modalities and positive tools to handle all the truth bombs that have been set in your lap lately? How are you dealing with freedom? Do you even feel like you have an ounce of freedom left in your personal world, in your present moments? Now, being in the matrix, we won't totally ever be free, but what freedom that you can have within your present moment in your personal journey, do you still feel like you have that? Are you free to take a walk when you want? Are you free to have quiet time when you want? Are you free to make a meal that you desire? Do you still have that in your world? How are you dealing with pleasure at this time? Did you forget about pleasure? Do you feel like pleasure should take a back seat because of everything that's going on in our worlds? Do you feel like you don't deserve pleasure? I hope not. I hope you aren't forgetting about how pleasure plays a big part in your healing, how pleasure plays a big part in you being the person you were always meant to be. So, I asked myself this, what tools will help me remember that everything that we are going through, everything that I just stated, isn't an excuse to give up. So what ways can you remind yourself that, yes, a lot of things are crashing down in our worlds and we have to adjust to that, right? In these adjustments, are you remembering to give yourself the self-love and self-care that you need? Are you remembering to pull back from energies that are dragging you into their negativity? I don't know about y'all, but I can speak for myself. I am not, I don't have an easy bone to sit down and shut up when I'm being attacked. But the tool that I am realizing through God and Source is that you don't always need to speak up about it, because they cannot compete or they cannot compare where you don't compete. I know I said that all fucked up. And I'm okay with that. I'm not going to change it. What I'm saying is, you know your own essence. So the person or individuals that are trying to come at you and take you out of that, don't allow it, okay? It's not worth it, especially when we are dealing with this lemon energy. There's no reason for you to try to convince anyone of who you are, what you stand for, and what you will accept. They already know that. They push buttons because they are inadequate in their own energy field. They are inadequate on being able to compose and calm themselves down, okay? So remember, you don't have to always bite back in defense of protecting your energy. It's best if you just let them be. Let them bark. Eventually their voice will get hoarse, okay? So just let it be. That's my best advice. Remember to keep your prayers going. However you pray, I am not here to tell you one way is greater than the other. However you receive guidance through your prayer and what you do in your prayer time, remember to do so. Pray while you're on the toilet. Pray while you're on a drive. Pray while you're in the store. Pray, because it will set you free. It will help you. It will center you, and it will remind you that there is a bigger picture at hand, and God will protect you from the seen and the unseen, as long as you keep the blind faith going, okay? I'm not saying that there aren't painful aspects that are happening to each and every one of us at this time. And I don't want to dismiss that and act like it doesn't matter, because it does. It really does. It's not, there is no kindness and there is no heart-centered energy backed by a spirit that wants to continue to keep you in a lower state of consciousness, in a lower state of energy, and doesn't want to meet you halfway, okay? There's nothing okay with that. I don't condone it, and I think it's rather sick, to be honest. But you cannot change that individual, that energy, those energies. The only thing you can do is make sure you are staying sovereign within your own energy field, within your own decisions, and how you handle what is being thrown at you, okay? Other than that, it's just mindless chatter. Yes, it can be loud. Yes, it can be venomous. Yes, it can be vulgar. But at the end of the day, when it's done, it's done. Okay? So this was a quick, short reminder that through these times, and they will get more lemonish, okay? They are. They're gonna start getting a lot more tangy. Do not give up and do not give in. Remember, you don't have to go to the lower nature of energy. You can always rise above it, and you can look at the bullshit from the bird's eye view and say, thank God I'm not where they're at. Because it must be really sad to continue to keep yourself in that lower nature. Remember that. Above all, above proving anything to anyone, it truly doesn't matter at the end of the day. Okay? So I hope this message serves you well. I'm sending each and every one of you immense amount of courage, positivity, resilience, the ability to know that you look good while you're doing it, baby. And can't nobody take that away. Not if you don't let them. And until next time, peace be with you.